Hi, everybody. It's Dara Jan here. And I've given a lot of thought into the whole idea of the mother and baby home situation and adoption in general. And I feel the need to sort of explain why I'm so heavily invested in the whole situation. Some people have even said to me, but you were adopted into a loving family. Why would you have an opinion? Let me begin by explaining what I believe for me. I know everyone is different, but for me, what the meaning of adoption is. There are two mothers involved. There's the mother that gives you life, and then there's the mother that helps you to live your life. And quite often, as we've heard recently, the vast majority of mothers never wanted to give up their baby. They were given no choice. And I want to say right at the outset, to all those beautiful mothers that were forced into giving up their babies, you've done nothing wrong. You did nothing wrong. If you did do something wrong, it was that you had hope. You had hope that society, that the church, that the state, that they would all be there to support you. And they weren't. They let you down. And still today, they're letting you down. I'm very fortunate in that I was adopted into a loving family. A wonderful mother, a wonderful dad who sadly passed when I was nearly 6. But I'm heavily invested because even in the midst of that happiness, there have been a lot of lies told as well. Lies about my background. Lies that nuns told to my mum, who indeed would be a very devout Catholic. Lies told about my baptism, where it took place, when it took place, if it took place. You see, if you didn't go through adoption, you might find it difficult to understand what it means to somebody like me. And yet, I'm a lucky one. And when I consider the luck that I've had in my life, I cannot but be heartbroken for all those innocent babies that were left to die, didn't even receive a proper burial. I'm heartbroken for the mothers who deserve so much better and were sent on their way, the vast majority never knowing where their child might end up. You see, that's what's wrong. That's what's wrong with society. And when I listened to Micheál Martin, the Taoiseach, apportioning the blame on society, you see, he simply doesn't get it. Society, at that time, were only doing what they were told to do, instructed to do, I would even say brainwashed to do, by the Catholic Church. And there is so much evidence, we've seen it, of political leaders who were elected by you and by me, bowing on bended knee to bishops, archbishops, priests, nuns, religious, you name it, all in the name, supposedly, of God. But if we are to believe that God is of love, well, how in God's name could any of these people have been carrying out these terrible atrocities in his or her name? Why people are upset is because they want justice. They want answers. They don't want more excuses. They don't want more reports and more commissions of inquiry. That's only pushing the can down the road. I would even say the vast majority, money doesn't even come into it. How could money come into it? They want answers. They want to be heard. They don't want to be shunned or silenced ever again. And to the church leaders, the message is this: we're not going away. We will not be silenced. We want answers. We want justice. And it even challenged the religious orders and the wider church There are so many vacant buildings out there right now, so many vacant convents, churches. If you're really sorry for what you've done, hand them over to the homeless charities, people like the Father McVerry Trust, Focus Ireland, and make a real contribution into bringing out true healing. We're told all the time that we've been granted free will. Where were these mothers granted free will? Where were the families? Where were the fathers? It's easy to portion blame on families and society when they were only acting out what they were told to do in the first place. I hope this clarifies things, and if I've offended anybody, that's not my intention. But I know for me, my faith has been crushed. Not my faith in people, not my faith in society, my faith in the church. Because if that is the real church, God help us all. Take care.